Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Brother Captain Stern. He has been everybody's absolute go-to guy since basically his model came out. I look forward to talking about him. Stay tuned. I may not have been completely honest. Brother Captain Stern, he's cool. He's real cool. But he doesn't seem to see the competitive scene that often. He's got a new stat line though. He's actually basically now a Grandmaster stat line. So I'll go over that quickly. Brother Captain Stern, we have a movement of 5, weapon skill, ballistic skill, both 2+. Strength and toughness, both 4. He is 6 wounds, 6 attacks. And leadership 9 with a 2+ save. So, same as a Grandmaster. Now, the law behind Stern is that he's been offered Grandmaster positions multiple times, but he's turned them down because his heart is in being a Brother Captain. So, he is in the same brotherhood as Voldus. He is Voldus's 2IC. So, he is locked into Ward Makers. Now, weapon-wise, he doesn't actually have any relics like a lot of characters have. He's basically just got a master-crafted Storm Bolter and a normal Force Sword. The Storm Bolter is range 24, rapid fire 2, strength 4, neg 1 AP, 2 damage, and the Force Sword is obviously melee, strength +1, AP neg 3, and 2 damage. So, what makes Stern a little different? Alright, let's go through it. Strands of Fate. Now, this is something that a lot of people have often been nervous to use. Essentially, it was around before we had command points in the game and you could re-roll things with a CP. Essentially what it does is, the Strands of Fate, in your turn you can re-roll 1 hit roll, wound roll, or saving throw for this model. Now, saving throw means your invulnerable saving throw or your armor saving throw. It's either. If you do, in their next turn, your opponent can re-roll 1 hit roll, wound roll, or saving throw for a model in their army. Now, keep in mind, it does say in your turn. So, if you wanted to re-roll that armor saving throw, it would be in more than likely an assault that you've done, or you've charged in and they've overwatched and hit you, things like that. It's not when they're shooting at you in their turn, alright? So keep that in mind. Now, the reason a lot of people look at that and go, oh, it's not so good, and that's because they give their opponent an advantage as well. But I mean, if it's kind of towards the end of the game and they don't have much that's worth re-rolling on, so be it. The other downside is you have to do it on Stern. You can't actually just do it on something else. So what else does Stern do? Alright, so that rule aside, let's just say you take Stern, you don't use that rule. What else does he do? He's got Knights of Titan, so he's got all the bonuses that come with that. He's got Teleport Strike. He has an Iron Halo for a 4-up invulnerable save, as he should. He's got the Tactical Precision Aura, which is while friendly Wardmaker's core unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, reroll a wound roll of 1. He does have the Brother Captain keyword, so he can do the stratagem to give the +1 to cast Aura. And finally, this is a special rule just for Stern. It's called Zone of Banishment. Each time this model successfully manifests a psychic power, each demon unit within 6 inches of this model suffers 1 mortal wound. So that's a special Stern only thing. Go Stern. Now, he is locked into Wardmaker, so he does have the ability to have stratagems cast on him from the Wardmakers. So you can actually go, okay, hang on, I need Brother Captain Stern to change his powers, so you can go bang, Stern changes his power. He does also have the psychic ability where he can turn off auras and things like that. And he does get to pick one Dominus power from the Discipline standard, which he can change out if needed. Now Stern, if he is taken as a Warlord, he has a locked-in Warlord trait that he has to take, and I cannot find the page for the life of me. Here it is. Stern is Unyielding Anvil. Now, he's always been a guy that he kind of, his thing is as well that he kind of buffs the guys around him, inspires them, and he's kind of like a dude, really, like the ultimate dude. He's like, yo, fellas, hook in, man, let's just do this. They're like, yeah, okay, man, let's go. So his Warlord trait, Unyielding Anvil, it's an aura. While friendly Grey Knight's core or Grey Knight's character unit, core or character, is within 6 inches of this Warlord, that unit has the objective secured ability. See the Warhammer 40,000 core book, so you can put that on Dread Knights. If a model in such a unit already has this ability, that model counts as one additional model when determining control of an objective marker. So if you put that onto a 10-man strike unit, they suddenly count 20 models. And it's being an aura as well, it's not just one unit. So if you've got 2 units of strikes on there, let's say, they count as 40 models. Like you're not going to fit 2 units of strikes on an objective, let's be honest. But yeah, so being an aura as well, it can also be buffed by the stratagem that extends auras. It's only 3 inches, but if you've got Stern in the right spot, you can have 9 inches one direction, 9 inches the other. You might be able to tag 2 units, and then they both might count as 2 units for the purposes of holding objectives, things like that. Something to keep in mind. I do think this is much better than it used to be. It used to be some leadership thing. It kind of sucked. Like that Warlord trait you'll actually get use out of if you need it. So that's Stern. Now, finally I want to talk about his model quickly. Like, he's actually a fairly old model now. I think he was around back in the Metal Grey Knights era. And his model actually still looks pretty sick. At least I think it looks sick. I'll see if I can find a bigger picture of him somewhere. No. Where are you? Any Sterns? I'll have to use the one. Nah, I think I'm going to have to use the one on the page there. There's where his feet cut off. Anyways, there's probably one in there somewhere I'm missing. But that looks sick. Like, I would personally take that model. Just to be a normal Brother Captain, just to be really cool. But anyways, that's Brother Captain Stern. I will see you in the next video.